The second day of a ride is always tough. You're carrying the aches, pains and sores of the previous day, no matter how much training you've done. So it's the second day. Actually, it's day 4, isn't it?
Overall, yeah.
Of our challenge. We're here at Le Ferme des Templiers of Fléchinel. It's an absolutely gorgeous place. I'm sure that Helen's going to do a quick pan around to show us. Yeah, sorry for leaving in many ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we've got to take the road. This is going to be hopefully a shorter and who knows, it may be even less hillier journey today than it was yesterday. We're riding along by a canal, which sounds quite idyllic for us after, well, it felt certainly for our knees and quads. But yeah, we're going to the ancient medieval town of Arras today, and yeah, we'll see you over there on the other side.
Perfect.
We headed east for several miles across the blessedly flat landscape to Aire-sur-le-Lys and the canal which we followed to Béthune for 20 kilometres. The canal was originally built in 1825 but was widened in the 1920s and can take barges up to 350 tonnes. Well, we've been on the canal now, I think, for about 7 or 8 kilometres. And it is boring. It really is, but it's all flat, and it keeps us, I don't know what we think about. What are you thinking about?
I think about keeping on track and getting ahead of the weather as much as anything.
Yeah,
absolutely. You've got storms coming in late this morning, early this afternoon, so I think the most progress we can make prior to that. If it's flat like this, it's going to help us take the kilometres off and get to Arras unscathed.
Still another couple of hours. Yeah, about 2 3/4 hours to Arras. Yeah, so we'll stay on the canal for a while yet, and then we head due south. Yeah, hopefully, all being well, we'll be there by about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. But as Martyn says, it's a question of sticking ahead of trying to get ahead of the weather at the moment. See you on the other side. The canal system in France has evolved considerably over 200 years, and it's still an important freight transportation system. The view wasn't inspiring, but it was a great way to get to our destination quickly on a day when the winds were still very strong and there was a real possibility of a gale. From Béthune, we headed south to Arras, our destination for the day. We found ourselves on 12 kilometres of road that housed several Commonwealth war graves, as well as a cemetery for fallen German soldiers. We stopped at Cabaret Rouge, named for a cafe that had stood beside the road in the First World War. 6,000 Canadians are buried in that cemetery, many unidentified. As we stood there and paid our respects to those who gave their lives, you couldn't help but visualize those men, some barely out of their teens, from a foreign land, defending Vimy Ridge in the cold, biting wind. 10 kilometres further on, we came to Arras, the capital of Pas-de-Calais, a historic town with its magnificent cathedral, where our credenziale was stamped by a very Anglophone lady who told us she's a lifetime member of the National Trust.